Hi, this is Jeff Spence, statistics instructor for the Community College of Denver. I'm on to the second supplemental lecture here on box plots from 3.5, doing outliers part 2. So the first one we did from the last lecture you saw of box plots only had one outlier. It was on the right hand side. This box plot is going to have more than one outlier, and it's just a little bit more complicated. Just want to make sure that you got the steps down. So once again, I have a data set here in orange that was already, would be provided for you in a problem. I have the steps listed out in green. Those are the things you're going to have to remember. And then the stuff in black I've already prepared. So this is stuff you're actually going to have to do. You're going to have to draw a number line down at the bottom and label the, scale it correctly. I'm going from -20 to 100 because that's my max and my min. I'm making sure that I have all my data on there. And then I just kind of hash marked it out evenly. And then I've also done the 5-number summary in 1-bar stat. So I have my min is -20, my Q1 is 8, my median is 15, my Q3 is 24, and my max is 100. I got that from my calculator. So from here, I'm going to start the steps. First step is to draw the box. This is the easiest part of drawing a box plot. The box left edge is always starting at Q1. The left edge of the box is Q1, so we draw a left edge there. Get my marker to work here, left edge there. Come on. There we go, finally. Okay. And then the right edge of the box is Q3, which is 24. 24 is right about there. Since I'm doing this by hand, you just get your best approximation, 24. Draw a rectangle. I know they call it a box, but it's still a rectangle. And then the median is the line in the middle that always goes in the middle. Well, not directly in the middle, just wherever the line is at the median. The median happens to be at 15. That's about right there, a little bit on the left. Okay? So we have Q1, median, Q3. I'm not going to label it up top like I did last time. The left edge is Q1, the middle is median, and the right is Q3. Next. So, sorry, we've drawn the box. Check. Step 2, find the fences. This is a formula you're going to have on your formula sheet. You can use this in your classwork. You don't have to memorize this formula. I'm going to do it again. The upper fence is always Q3, which is 24, plus 1.5 times the IQR. And that is, the IQR is always Q3 minus Q1. That would be 16. So if I do the upper fence, I'm doing this on my calculator, 24 plus 1.5 times 16, and I get 48. Okay, then I'm going to do the lower fence, LF. Come on, this thing's slow. Okay, no, I want to scale it. Okay, lower fence is equal to Q1, which is 8, minus 1.5 times 16, the IQR, okay? And that should turn out to be 8 minus 1.5 times 16, negative 16. So we've done step 2. We've figured out our fences. Once again, you don't have to draw these in the picture. It just helps us do step 3 to draw our outliers. Well, do we have any outliers? Well, in this case, we have more than one. Outliers. Okay, how do we determine outliers again? Those are the numbers that are either greater than the upper fence or lower than the lower fence. In other words, they're outside the fence. So if we look at it on the upper side, it looks like 70 and 100 are outliers because they're bigger than 48. And on the low side, negative 20 is an outlier. So we have 3 outliers, folks. That can happen sometimes. It's rare, but it can happen. When we draw these, I use a star. The book uses a little square. Either one's fine, just so you know that they're basically separated from the data. So I'm going to draw a little star at 100. I'm going to draw a little star at 70. And I'm also going to draw a little star at negative 20. So those are the 3 outliers. Check. Step 3 done. Lastly, we need to draw the whiskers. Well, when we have outliers, it's a little complicated. You need to go back to your original data set. To do the right whisker, you draw the whisker going out to the largest data point that is still inside the fence. So I have to look. Remember, the upper fence was 48. So I have to look for the next highest data point that's still inside the fence, and that happens to be 30. Okay, the next highest data point was 70, and that was an outlier. So the next highest data point that's still inside the fence is 30. Draw a line and the end of the whisker right there. Then for the lower whisker, the left whisker, same thing. The smallest value that's still inside the fence. Well, the lower fence is negative 16. We got our outlier of negative 20. So I'm basically looking for my next smallest value, and that's 5. So I need to draw that whisker down to 5. It's not very long, right about there. And that's our whisker. So in this case, we have 3 outliers. And drawing the whisker, the last step is the hard part. You have to look back at your data and find the next biggest or next smallest data point. And that's pretty much it. Good luck, and we'll see you in class.